Hello, everybody. What an exciting night to be a Chicago Bulls fan. Lots of things happened tonight, and there are so many topics that we need to discuss. So let's dive right into it. And again, amazing win by the Chicago Bulls. Couldn't be happier with this. We needed this because after yesterday's uh, not so good game against the Houston Rockets. This was definitely something that needed to happen. So, first things first, let's just get into the most exciting thing is that Zach LaVine just went bananas tonight. And the best thing about it is that he had 4 threes in the fourth quarter that just absolutely blew the roof off of the Motor City. So that was so exciting to see. And not only that, he passed Artis Gilmore to be the Bulls' seventh overall highest score, and that's exciting. I mean, you can't be any happier for the guy with all the adversity he's gone through and all the changes he's gone through. It's good to see him back in that leading role, being the starting shooting guard for the Chicago Bulls, kind of taking over that DeRozan spot that was there last year. So very, very excited for him. So 7 from 14 from three, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 25 points. You really can't ask for much more from your starting shooting guard for something like that, because not only is he offensively being aggressive, he's also dishing it, and he's also being aggressive in the paint, getting those rebounds. So huge, huge shout out to Zach LaVine for a great night. And of course, we have to give a huge shout out to Nikola Vučević, who scored his 800th three-pointer in his career in the NBA. He has been absolutely lights out. And I'm so thrilled that, again, he scored another 20-point game. I think that's going to be his 10th 20-point game this year, which is insane considering there's only been a few more games than that. So he has been really, really electric. A very, very solid, consistent guy for this team, which they have lacked and they definitely need. So huge props to him. 6 for 8 from three for Vooch, 12 rebounds, 29 points. I saw Casey Johnson, great Bulls analyst, probably the number one Bulls analyst out there. He had said that Vučević 2023 season, 0 games with 4+ threes, and then this season 4 games with 4+ threes. That's insane. So obviously this offseason he took it upon himself to progress and become a lot more aggressive from that 3-point range. So huge improvement, and something that this team is definitely going to need going down the line. And then this is kind of how the league has really, progressed, is that you have to have a starting 5, and you have to have a big, tall 5 who can shoot threes. And it's become this thing over the last probably 5 or 6 years. So it's a huge plus to have a center who can actually shoot threes, and that's great. So one other thing that we need to discuss, and again, this is a great win. I'm super excited about it. Josh Giddey really came out and did his thing tonight. He really showed that you can really bounce back off of a bad game, and that's all that really matters. So Josh Giddey finished with 11 points, 10 assists, and 7 rebounds, I believe. So he's right there in triple-double range. And the key to the Bulls' success this season that I said was that they need to be able to let Josh Giddey do his thing offensively. He needs to lead that offense, which Billy Donovan is so understanding with. He can see that this guy needs to lead this offense and be the one calling the shots. So the fact that Josh Giddey is, again, he's almost averaging a triple-double every single game is awesome. There are, a couple down games. A few games ago, he had 5 points, but, it's like, that's going to happen, unfortunately. But he had an amazing play defensively where he stole possession, and then he went behind his back and then scored a dunk. It was awesome. I mean, it was great to see. If there's anyone in this world that I want to see go off for this team, it's definitely Josh Giddey. So far so good for him. I'd love to see, man, one of the 25, 30-point game coming from him. But of course, we know he's a facilitator and he needs to facilitate. And I apologize. Stats for tonight: 11 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. So it was just a rebound off. So he did a great job. Very, very happy with that. And of course, we cannot forget about Mr. Consistency, Kobe White. Kobe White has absolutely shined in the last several games. He has been so good from three. And if there's anybody on this team that I, trust to take a three, especially in any kind of clutch situation besides LaVine, it's Kobe White. And I think if he keeps, playing this way, there is a very, very solid chance that he could be an all-star. I mean, I think he's averaging over 20 points a game now, and he's also getting boards, which is cool. It's a little unusual at times, but he's getting boards. He's getting 4 boards this game, 5 boards last game, 6 boards another game. So he's doing a great job. Kobe White is one of my favorite players in all of the NBA. I just love the way he plays the game. There's so much energy and there's so much enthusiasm when he plays. So I am thrilled that Kobe White is on our team. And if him and Zach LaVine are able to night in and night out be able to come out and do these things, scoring threes, averaging over 20 points a game, we're going to be just fine. I'm going to get to it a little bit later in this live stream as to what needs to also change in order for us to, kind of keep it going. But, there's definitely a couple factors, and I'm pretty sure we all know where that's going to go, and that's totally fine. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So, everyone, if you are watching, which doesn't look like anyone is yet, that's okay. You'll watch this later in time. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube. It is something that is super important to what we do at Just Another Year. I want to be able to provide, Bulls commentary and content for you folks, just giving you all that information and being your go-to source for any Bulls news. With that being said, obviously follow the Twitter as well at @JShy_Bulls. That's where it is lit. It is very active on the Twitter. We are constantly posting stats, highlights, and whatever you want to see Bulls, you're going to see it on there. So please like and subscribe, follow that Twitter. So I'm going to go straight over the defense portion. I'm going to skip over that right now and kind of just stick with the offense here. So today's game, I mean, it doesn't get much better than this offensively. It really doesn't. So on a scale A through F, what am I going to give this offensive performance? I'm going to give it a B plus. Now, I know everyone out there is probably like, why are you not going to give this an A? Like, this was a great game. 3 of your players got to over 20 points. Yes, but this brings me to my next point. The reason why I'm not going to give them an A for tonight is the bench play. Yeah, woohoo, which we have absolutely lacked in. And of course, I hate to be negative, right? Which I'm not being. I'm being realistic here. I want everyone to understand that we won this game and it was amazing and I'm excited about it. But we have to kind of go through our bench players and see, why aren't they contributing as much? Now, Jalen Smith did a pretty good job tonight. 5 boards, 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, and then also 8 points. So he did well. He got 13 minutes of the game. Can't be upset with that. Now, he had the 3rd highest minutes played behind Julian Phillips, who Julian Phillips did was 5, 4, and 1. He got a little bit more time out there. He had a couple great explosive plays. Amazing dunk that he did earlier today was awesome. And then we get to Ayo Dosunmu, my friend. 33 minutes played, 9 total points, 1 board, 1 assist. Now, that is something that should be alarming because that's our 6th man, right? That is our 6th man. So therefore, where is the issue? And why are you not scoring? Because you can't rely on Kobe and Zach and Vooch to each score over 25 points like they did tonight. You need to be able to contribute and rely on those bench guys because it's not going to be there every single night. Now, we got lucky tonight, and we didn't have to rely on anybody, but, there's got to be some kind of urgency for our bench players to want to contribute. And I see here that we don't even have Horton Tucker coming in anymore, which which is fine. I mean, THT was somebody that I didn't think was going to get much playing time this year anyways, but I was a THT fan while I liked him, Um, Dalen Terry, again, I don't necessarily. Dalen Terry's a great personality guy. I love him on the Bulls. He's great for the team, but I just don't see the ability there. I feel like there are other players that are significantly better than him that we could offer a role on this team. So I hate to be a Dalen Terry hater, but unfortunately, I just don't see him fitting in this system. I just don't think that this is something that he is going to last with. So, we'll see what happens. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope he proves me wrong. I love Dalen Terry. So I've met him before. He's a great guy. He's a funny guy. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But again, we go to Matas. Matas got 2 minutes tonight. Why is Matas like, is there something that we don't know? Like, is there a chemistry issue? Like, what is it? I mean, I know he's a rookie, but like, man, can we, he's a lottery pick for us. So why can't we get him in here a little bit longer? Why can't we try and just figure out what needs to be done? Because we obviously know our bench play is not, it's getting worse. Honestly, it's getting worse. But so can we find a way for Matas to get involved? I really want that. I really want Matas to be able to be comfortable in this system. So Billy Donovan, please hear me out. Get Matas some more minutes. We all want to see it, man. Like when he's out there, he does pretty well. I know there's a couple things here and there that needs to be improved on, but that's the point of getting him in there. Like, let's see what the guy's got. Let him play. But also, enough of that. We have to go back to, why we're here. The Bulls won, which is it's awesome, so exciting. And again, I want to give a huge shout out to Kobe White. I'm a huge Kobe White fan. I love what he does for the Chicago Bulls, night in, night out. He's coming out. He's going to shoot. He's going to play to 110%. And the best thing about Kobe White is that, in theory, he's the same player that he was in North Carolina. He's the same guy. He's such a genuine guy. I really, really appreciate Kobe White. So keep it going. Also, we got to talk about Pat Williams, man. Pat Williams has been being him. He has been. Not tonight, though. Not tonight. And that's all right. I think that he is slowly finding a comfort zone. And the thing is, that comfort zone, he needs to explore it a little bit more, because we've had 3 or 4 games where he scored over 15 points. We've had 3 or 4 games where he's gotten over 10 rebounds. And we just need that to become more of a consistent thing for Pat Williams if we want this team to succeed. So I am very, very hopeful that he's going to find it, because, again, he knows that it's there. We all know that it's there. Finished tonight with 8 points, 5 rebounds, 33 minutes played. And on the defensive side, 3 defensive rebounds, no steals, no blocks. So there's got to be some kind of continuity between him and his night in, night out performances. So Pat Williams, he has what it takes to be a very, very huge contributor to this team. And I know that the Bulls saw that's why they gave him that $90 million. So I am excited to see what comes from Patrick Williams this season, because I think he's slowly figuring it out. And that's the thing, is like, we draft all these players, and everyone expects first rounders or lottery picks to be like ready to go. Like, I understand that, you're paying them all this money and you think that that's it. But at the end of the day, these are kids, man. Like, Pat Williams is 22 years old. So we have to understand that he's going to get better and better as time progresses. You don't hit your prime in the NBA till you're like almost 30. So I know we see that otherwise with Anthony Edwards and a couple other guys, but you have to be patient with some of these players. And I completely understand that, respect that. So I'm not going to give up on Pat Williams. He's a great player, and he's been doing so well recently. So let's just keep going, man. Keep going with Pat Williams and just kind of go from there. So I want to discuss the Bulls defense. Tonight, we did a pretty good job. There was really nobody that kind of stood out an insane amount, but of course I do want to give Kobe White his props, because he played his heart out defensively, and I liked what he did out there. Again, there's not anything on the stat sheet that's going to blow you away with how the Bulls played defensively. I do think this was more or less just a lot of the Pistons being out rebounded by Vooch. I mean, Vooch got 10 defensive rebounds, and then just two offensive rebounds the whole night for Vooch. So all of those rebounds came off of Vooch defensively. Therefore, that's gonna ruin your possession in the NBA. So with that being said, I do like the fact that Vooch got 3 blocks as well, and really just stepped up and came up out of nowhere. A lot of steals tonight too. Dalen Terry got a steal, Jalen Smith got a steal, LaVine got a steal. So that's great. You love to see that because obviously something's being done correctly. So don't stop doing it, And ultimately, what we see here is on the Detroit Pistons side, as far as their points go, you do see that Cade Cunningham is still Cade Cunningham doing those things. He's almost got a triple-double with 26 points. So that's cool. That's really impressive. But the real kicker here is that they do have Tim Hardaway Jr. now, and I feel bad for Tim Hardaway, man. I loved him on the Mavericks, but he got 2 points, and he's 0 for 8 from 3. And I know he just suffered a pretty nasty, head injury a couple games ago. So I don't know if he should be out there, but do what you got to do. So with that being said, I'm gonna give the defense. I'm gonna give it's a win. So you gotta give him a little bit more than usual, but I'll give the defense a solid C+. I'll give the defense a C+. Yeah, because I feel like if there's a few more steals or a few more blocks here and there, we definitely could have beat them by double digits. So I'll give it a C+. But that doesn't mean that there's not going to be better defense performances. So I am happy with that. I'll take it. And let's go right into the offensive player of the game. This is a tough one. Okay. This is a very tough one. So we got a couple different milestones that have been broken, one by Zach LaVine, one by Vooch, both personal career things, which is awesome. But Zach LaVine did, in fact, pass Artis Gilmore on the Bulls' all-time scoring list. He now moves up to number 7. So there's really no one else fitting for this than Zach LaVine. So Zach LaVine is the offensive player of the game. You're going to be hearing a lot of that this season, but I do like to mix it up. Like, if Zach LaVine has a great game where he scores, 20 some odd points and he's got some threes here and there and he just does what he does, I'm going to really look for someone else to award that to. But just because he did get that accolade tonight, I got to give it to him. And Vooch was a close second because he got 800 career threes tonight in a Bulls not in a Bulls uniform, but total career threes. He's got 800. So that's a huge milestone. And congrats to both of you guys. You really deserve it. And let's go defensive player of the game. We got to give that to Vooch, man. That's an easy one. Vooch did a great job. Like I said, 10 defensive rebounds along with 3 blocks. And that's just great. You really can't ask for much more from your center. And listen, I know that we were playing the Detroit Pistons, but hey, the Detroit Pistons beat someone good this year. I forgot who they beat someone good. Okay, so I'm gonna find it right now. That's gonna bother me. I need to find out who they beat exactly because it was like, whoa, like the Pistons just beat this team. I want to say it was the Warriors, but I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong. So the Pistons beat the Lakers. Yes, the Pistons beat the Lakers. I totally forgot about that. Okay, that's not all that impressive because the Lakers, you have no idea if they're going to be good or bad ever. Especially considering they have a new head coach who's never coached an NBA game in his life. So you can't deny that. It is funny to be said that the Pistons do have a better record than the Bulls right now, but again, I'm not too concerned about that. The Pistons look better than they did last year, so that's important. That's a great thing for your franchise. So yeah, I mean, again, great game, great game. It's exactly what you want to do when you're in a situation where you lose by 30 the game before. So let's build on it. Let's continue to just keep playing our hearts out. And the more accolades that are broken, the better your legacy is going to be. I mean, you want to be remembered as an all-time great. Keep doing what you're doing, LaVine and Vooch. Like, you guys got to keep going and just do it, So again, let's build on it. Let's continue to win. But we do need to figure out this bench situation. We got to figure out who wants to be out there and who's going to score, As much as I love, like I said, Dalen Terry and Julian Phillips, there's got to be some other options out there. Think about it. think about it for the trade deadline. Let's go. Again, please, everyone, like and subscribe to Just Another Year Chicago Bulls. I would love to be able to do this for a living. So the more people that do that, the better for me. I mean, of course, this is not going to be an overnight thing, but I love talking about the Chicago Bulls with all of you. And please comment and like the video. I want to talk to people. I want to be able to say, hey, whoever, thanks for your comment. Let's talk about it. So please, the more you comment, the more you interact with this, the better it's going to be for me and for everybody. So again, thank you everybody for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening. So Bulls beat Detroit Pistons, and we are on next to, let me find that out for you. I had the schedule hanging up and I lost it. I don't know where it went. It was somewhere over here, but it's gone now. So we have the Bulls versus the Bucks on Wednesday. We'll see. We beat the Bucks once already, so let's go ahead and be optimistic about that. I'm excited. I'm really excited for that. Let's get Doc Rivers fired. That's the moral of that story. Let's get Doc Rivers fired. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your evening. My name is Justin Winteroth with Just Another Year Chicago Bulls. I appreciate you all. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye-bye.